What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the first match reaction of the season, and it's a good one. It's opening match day one win, like last last season. Also 3-0 against Udinese. This time 3-0 against Como, and it was refreshing. It was refreshing. It was interesting. A lot of positive signs. Some obvious quote-unquote issues that we know we definitely need to address, especially now that Timothy Weah is out injured as well, which is extremely worrying. And also we'll need to talk about Como as well. But you couldn't ask for a better start this season. You couldn't, from this guy, Bangula, scoring on his debut with his first shot ever on goal in Serie A, to the way we controlled that game, despite Como, and I will say it now, being a very poor side, you still need to deal with them, and we dealt with them without any issues, but they're a very poor side. As of now, they will struggle if they don't fix up. But for us, 3-0, you couldn't ask for a better way to start a new era with Malta. Also, despite everything that's surrounding the club right now, with transfers, so on, this was massive. This was massive to just pick up the 3 points and just be with a good feeling, for the next couple of days. And there are a lot of things we need to talk about. But before we do that, as always, smash the like button. Let's push to 150 likes for this one. First one should be easy. And let's talk about, well, the young guys. Okay, so this is it basically. This is the direction we're gonna go into, and yes, you might say this is Como, and this is just Como, but this is the only thing we have to go off, despite having that team out there. And with that team, I will talk about in a sec. But this was good, man. This is a new idea. This is a new Juve, and it will be with hiccups. It will be with growing pains. I think Bremer was 27 in that lineup, and that's about it. Who was the second oldest guy? Maybe 24, 25, maybe. This is a very, very young team, especially when you add Bangula in that team. I think when everybody saw that starting lineup, was like, oh my god, what is this? Are you sending a message to Giuntoli? And I slightly have that feeling a little bit. But you cannot really do that. But benching Danilo, maybe it's not fit still, handing Gatti the captain's armband over Locatelli, playing Bangula, benching Douglas Luiz. I think everybody was like, what the hell is this? And pre-game, he said, this guy, he showed that he deserved to play. And that's what I've said, and that's what Motta said in his presser, said, I will play the guys who deserve to play, who show me they should be out there. Those are the guys I'm going to play. And that's what he did, That's what he did. He has no fear to play these guys. Maybe not so many options as of now, which makes it a bit easier. But I think he will stick to that principle. Who is better, who is performing better in training, so on, who's showing more, he will start. And this guy, Kid, took his chance, man. And literally took his chance. That was a very well-worked goal. Did it all himself, but that's just fantastic, for him, for Motta especially, because if that didn't work, if he had an absolute horror game, then everybody would be looking at him like, you didn't play Douglas Luiz for this, so it all worked out for him, and it's just fantastic. It really is fantastic. And just throughout the game, he had the ability just to be wide open every single time. He was hugging that touchline completely. And for some reason, he always was free in space. Like always. Even with that last goal, the assist he got for Cambiasso, he always was free in space. Now, obviously, playing against Como did help. They left acres of space. They're not good. They're a very poor side as of now. They left acres of space. And we should have won 4, 5, 6-0 at least. We missed some easy chances, or we messed up some weird opportunities. They were giving us the ball at times, So, but for him, that's just fantastic, and, for the team in itself, like Di Gregorio had nothing to do, so I cannot really judge him, but Cambiasso, I thought he was fantastic, even when he was playing against his left foot, and then with the goal, he could have played, he actually played with his left foot, and you can see what he can do, but he has a big engine, which we are going to need throughout that season. Bremer, Gatti didn't have much to do, did what they had to do. I thought Bremer maybe struggled in the first 10 minutes or so, getting his footing in, giving the ball away 2 times. But other than that, they were just in control. Cabal, I was a bit fearful for him with long balls, but I thought he was solid, especially in that second half. In the first half, he gave the ball away twice, which put us in some sort of danger. But that's something he definitely needs to learn. He doesn't need to force certain things. But overall, he had a good game. That midfield, I saw people slating Locatelli, and people, again, what I think about Locatelli. I thought he was excellent. I really thought he was excellent. He had a lot of freedom, not playing the 6, played as an 8, and even a lot of the times played as a 10. And you had Yildiz dropping it. Like, I'm not going to talk about tactics and so on, because that's not my cup of tea as well. But you can see, if look up Yildiz heat map, for example. I think he covered the entire pitch. He was all over the place, and you can see that Mota gave him a lot of responsibility this season, and he will keep giving him responsibility because he was cleaning up stuff at the back towards the end when the game was stretching a little bit. But Locatelli, I liked him. I like him better when he plays higher up the pitch. I really do. Was it perfect? No, but I thought it was good. I thought it was very, very good. Thuram, he's a unit. He's just a very good player. He's composed on the ball. He kind of reminds me of Rabiot. The only big difference is he always knows what to do with the ball immediately. He doesn't need to take 1,000 touches or spin the ball a couple of times like Rabiot before making a decision. He actually knows, this is what I need to do, and this is what I'm going to do. So I thought he had a very good debut. Yildiz, again, I know Bangula scored, but for me, Yildiz was the man of the match. He was everywhere. Created that second goal out of nowhere, picking up space, cleaning up stuff, winning the ball back as well. Again, taking his time on the ball, knowing when, okay, now I need to calm it down, now I need to speed it up. The only thing he did was he tried to chip Reina, which wasn't the best decision because he had a lot of players running towards goal. But other than that, man, he was brilliant. And for me, he was the man of the match, not scoring a goal whatsoever. I thought he was brilliant. And then Vlahovic, unlucky to a certain extent. I didn't think he had a poor game. The offside goal was absolutely disgusting that you could call that offside. That happened a year before Cabal received that ball. Cambiaso was quote-unquote offside. That was just disgusting. I don't like that, but it is what it is. Hit the post, unlucky, clear of the line. Hit the post again where he should have scored, trying to chip Reina. And then the last one, yes, he was offside, but you should be putting those away. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, he just waits too long. And you can see that he needs that goal immediately to have a positive season. Otherwise, it will get in his head. He is that type of player. But I thought he was more unlucky than not so today. But this is a good win, man. This takes the pressure off a little bit, because again, you had Savona coming on for Weah. That's an issue. Weah's injured. You have nobody else. You cannot go to Verona and Roma with Savona, even though it sounds good. You just can't. There needs to be help in now, this week, before the end of the week, that these players are actually in game, sitting on the bench, that they can actually come on the pitch and help, even if it's with no training sessions with the club. But we need help. We are missing obvious things. We are missing wingers, and Bangula did well, but we don't have subs. You bring in Savona for Weah, and they're two completely different players. And you need players who, especially with Mota, we create a lot of space. We need players who can just go one-on-one against players. You need players who are more involved in attacking wise than Savona, with all due respect. And that's it, and Mota knows that, and Giuntoli needs to deliver right now. Kalulu is a done deal. He's joining. Talking about the center backs, it's a shame that we don't have a ball playing center back, because we definitely need one under Mota. You can see it, a couple of times where Bremer and Gatti tried to do that, but it's, especially Bremer today, it wasn't what it should be. And again, I cannot blame these guys. That's not who they are. But it's a shame that we don't have that type of player in the team, because that would have been a massive boost. But again, for now, enjoying the win. I'm enjoying the win. 3-0, stress reliever. And from tomorrow, we will go about transfer windows again. I'm assuming, because again, like I said, we obviously need help. We definitely need help. But for now, 3-0, couldn't ask for more. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the game. Like, subscribe, and I will speak to you guys very, very soon. Ciao.